think as Americans, we become accustomed to the idea that we're going to constantly be at war, but it's always going to be on someone else's turf. I think we almost have a aura that we're kind of invincible on the homeland, that no one's going to come bring the fight to us on our own land. So tell me more about like how vulnerable we are, and also like, do the Iranians, is it really wise for them to start something here? Like, are we at risk, or what is your perspective on that?
Well, I mean, the thing that makes this country so great is we're so wide open, and we do have so much freedom, and we do welcome foreigners and visitors and refugees and what have you. It's very charitable, noble things, but then it also makes you vulnerable. It creates a weakness, and soft points within your posture, your national security posture. So we constantly have to balance that. Of that need of people being able to have a free society, but then look at our vulnerabilities. So I'm blanking out. What was your?
So, well, I guess something that I thought additionally of that is, I guess the question was, will people bring the fight to our homeland? Is that a real potential threat to us?
Oh, I mean, yeah, we already saw that at September 11th. I mean, and we had all these operatives that were here that we knew about, and we didn't do anything about. So every major country has intelligence operations going on, and we do the same thing. With like you said, we've been at war, I think, since World War II. I think you could really say we've been in a perpetual war with all across the globe. We're really good at war. The U.S. That's our main export, right? We're one of the few countries that creates all this weaponry, and we have it all around the world. Which I don't think it's a good thing. And is it a great thing to be perpetually at war? I mean, there's arguments for, pro and against, but I don't think it's a great thing. Just me personally,
right?
But then you have to understand that these people are at war with us as well, and we have to maintain certain infrastructure to combat that. So every major country, Israel, like I said, Iran. People's Republic of China, everyone's already here in the U.S. and they're running operations against us, whether it's soft or hard. If we do go to war, then they're here and they're going to be operating. So it's a fact.
One of the things that you mentioned in doing some of this work is that you got to collaborate with CIA, FBI, DEA, and kind of a criticism I heard when I was reading the book Hunting El Chapo was he said that it was very hard for the American agencies to communicate well with each other because one didn't want to give up their information and the other wanted to be responsible for actually busting everything. What was your experience with that?
That's very true. It's gotten better, but it's still so many walls and boundaries. It all comes down to ego and then organizational prowess. They trying to compartmentalize information instead of sharing. I've always been the person of like, I'll gather up all this stuff, whatever it is in life, and comic books, car, whatever it is. I have something, and if you're friends with me, you need something here, boom, have it. And the same thing with intelligence. I gather up all this intelligence. I debrief all these people. I gather all this signals intelligence. It's only good if I disseminate it. If someone acts upon it, it's like I have all these baseball cards in a closet, but if no one's actually looking at it and, wow, you got this, you got that, no one's enjoying it. It's paper. It's not anything really valuable. So I always thought of it, the same thing with intelligence and information is I gather it and here, you take it and do something with it. But a lot of organizations, when it comes down to an individual, they feel powerful. I have all these marbles and you don't have any. I'm going to boost up my self-esteem and ego and not share that information. And we see what happens over time and time again when you don't play nice with others. So yes, there are a lot of boundaries. There's a lot of different motives of different agencies of what they want to get out of these different task forces. And again, the American people are the ones that lose, not the people in the organization per se. So to all my guys watching this, share info. And then selfishly, the more you give people, the more you'll get in return too. So whether it's like charity, you're giving something, you're going to feel good too.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be about that. You shouldn't give with the thought of feeling better about it, but that's an effect to it. So the more information I would give people, the more I'd get back. Hey, you did a solid by me. Hey, this guy, here's a good tip. Here's this, here's that. And then we all feed each other and it gets better and better. So it should be the same way in society of just the more I make, the more I can contribute. So I just did my taxes and like, okay, how much should you give to charity? I'm like, well, I made X amount of money, this much more this year, so I gave that much more. So I'm always kind of trying to level up and give back. So that's just the way I've always tried to live my life.